Now, if we're talking longer term price predictions, and you have the Robinhood effect that I previously spoke about. I've honestly never heard anyone else say the Robinhood effect or talk about the Robinhood effect. It's just something that's, to me, it's just seems kind of obvious. What is up, guys? Norris Digital Assets coming at you with another video. This video will be on Litecoin. Down here in the corner is my logo. It is a watermark. Hover above the watermark there if you have a mouse, and you can click subscribe by clicking my logo down here in the corner. Otherwise, click subscribe below, same difference. You can also follow me on Twitter, Norris Digital Assets, on Twitter at AssetsNorris. The material I put on Twitter is a little different than YouTube. I put some charts and some different patterns that I recognize a lot more quickly onto Twitter than I can make a whole YouTube video, edit it, process it, upload it, etc. I can upload quick chart patterns and just drop them on Twitter. So let's get into Litecoin. So looking at the chart here, what we have on a number of charts, we were creating a cup and handle that's sort of been forming over the last couple months. A lot of resistance in this area here, which is about the 188 range. We were bouncing around in that range for a while for Litecoin, but we were forming this massive, wrong thing. We were forming this massive cup and handle as soon as, I believe there's a few factors of why this happened, but as soon as that handle was complete, you know what I'm seeing here, it just skyrocketed straight up. And if you actually measure out the depth of this cup here, all the way down, let's go right there. So just dragging that out there. So we will have a target of 268 in the future here. But yeah, as soon as we broke, as soon as we completed that handle, or let's see here, we broke up massive candle out of this cup and handle pattern for Litecoin. Litecoin had a huge day. I believe Litecoin was around 178 and it just exploded up. What I also attribute this to, this giant candle, and when we get movement like this, one of the big reasons that I bought into Litecoin in the first place is Litecoin is one of the few coins on Robinhood, on the Robinhood exchange. What I call this right here is the Robinhood effect. This is the Robinhood effect. Robinhood is a big exchange, and there are not many cryptos to choose from. There are millions of people on Robinhood, and the only thing you can choose from, I got their site. This is Robinhood.com. You have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin Cash, and Bitcoin SV. That's it. There's nothing else to choose from. You don't have hundreds of cryptos to choose from. You can't even export your cryptos out of Robinhood. They're just stuck in Robinhood, which is rather strange to me. But either way, the Robinhood effect, these coins have that ability, and that's what Litecoin just showed yesterday. They have the ability to be bought up quickly. You will see on the Robinhood app, you'll see a grid like this in the background. You see that color, and you see that green lightning. You've seen that green line just shooting up and blinking, and it cuts back and it shoots up and it's blinking. And people just eat it up, and people just buy stuff up. You have to also realize Robinhood has a lot of, I mean, Coinbase probably does too, but Robinhood probably has the most amateur crypto investors of all. They see something heading up or going up, or it's already on fire, and they buy in after the news, after the fact. They buy in way later, and That's just part of the Robinhood effect. But yes, we had some giant candles coming out of Litecoin, which is very nice. And that is one of the biggest reasons I jumped into Litecoin. I also got some Filecoin, not associated, but similar names. And I was looking at buying both of them. And I knew I had to grab some Litecoin because you got that Robinhood effect. And also you have a previous all-time high in the 400 when it wicked up to $418, $415. Probably also some of that is attributed to Robinhood also. So looking forward, I showed you kind of where we might be heading coming out of this cup. This is on the daily, so we are extended. Look how far we are from the 20 EMA, the green line here. Look how far we are extended. These EMAs, the 20 and the 55, these EMAs are like magnets. As you get too far away and overextended, you have to come back. Now, one thing that could happen for Litecoin is see how vertical this 20 EMA has turned? If Litecoin stays hot, and also we're waiting on Bitcoin because a lot of what happens is going to depend on what does Bitcoin and Ethereum do over the coming days, over the coming weeks. Those Bitcoin and Ethereum run the market. They influence all the altcoins. As we come back towards the 20 EMA, if this green line, the 20 EMA, goes more vertical and just gets super vertical, you can see when you come over back here, you can see as it gets, the more vertical it gets, the less corrections that the price needs to make to actually come back to the 20 EMA. As it gets super vertical, it can touch it easier. So as the 20 EMA comes up and gets super vertical, as we fill in these candles, they're right there on the 20 EMA. I don't expect it to go that vertical, but you get the point. As we go vertical, we can get these giant green candles and we can make those movements up quickly. You don't know with some of these projects. You look at Solana, why did Solana blow up so quick compared to and go so vertical and have these increases and some of these other coins didn't? Well, there's just so many factors going on. No one knows when or exactly how, but these charts are guides that can lead us in that direction moving forward. So that is what we have going on with Litecoin now. On the 4 hourly, if we pull that chart, let's remove drawings and reset chart. Now, what we have on the 4 hourly here is looking at these wicks here, we have a possible bull flag that is forming. It's going to take a couple days to see what's forming, see what we have going on here. But we have a possible bull flag forming. And if we draw this out here, when we break out of this bull flag, again, it can be that movement up to, the 230, 240 range, depending on when we break out of this bull flag, 240, 250 range. And so that could be the next movement too. Again, a lot of this is going to depend on what Bitcoin does. We are waiting on Bitcoin to make some moves up. Let me remove drawings here. So Bitcoin, let's go back to the daily. Let's go to the daily and point some things out. We're just waiting for these moves on Bitcoin. We have the RSI in a bearish divergence. As the RSI, as we're coming across, as the price is heading up, you can see the RSI is heading down. We need to break this trend. We need to move up and break out of this cascading, out of this trend that is coming down. We need to break out of that. When we break out of that, the volume may start coming back in. We also have the stock RSI down here pretty low. Usually you can see, look here, the last time the stock RSI was way down here, when it was way down in the gutter and it created this giant, wave here, it was telling you to buy down here also, and look what is done since. So we have a few things going on where we can get that volume to pump back in. We actually, while I'm recording this, we're about to hit that 50,000 again. So we're waiting to break this trend downwards here. We are waiting for the MACD to print a bullish cross, which it is real close. It's right there. It's getting ready to print it. And Bitcoin is looking very good. So that is going to determine what the market does. Now let's go back to Litecoin here. So Litecoin. Now, if we're talking longer term price predictions, and you have the Robinhood effect that I previously spoke about. I've honestly never heard anyone else say the Robinhood effect or talk about the Robinhood effect. It's just something that's, to me, it's just seems kind of obvious. Those coins have the ability to possibly to get even hotter than some other cryptos out there because they're on Robinhood and they're on all those other exchanges. So that's just something I wanted to point out. But if we're looking long term at Litecoin, we're going to pull out the fib tool here on Litecoin. So we're going to come all the way down here. And want to be right there. We're going to come up and set it right there. So moving forward into the future, we have Litecoin around coming up to the 1618 in these waveforms that we make. None of this is going to happen overnight. You have to wait. More patience equals more money in this market. We're going to do these waveforms as the bull run gets going. You're going to do these waveforms, and we were already at the all-time high around $415. So as we make that all-time high price, we will be looking to go into price discovery mode. At the same time, we have it on Robinhood. At the same time, good fundamentals. At the same time, a good social media following. And I believe that more use cases are going to be coming out each week. So as we move up through these waves, we'll be reaching towards the 1618, where many other coins will go in their own respective charts. But there are some coins that have already passed in this market cycle. They've already passed the 1618, or they're heading there now, and they've already passed all-time high. Even Cardano is a coin that easily already passed its all-time high. We are way, way lower than that, obviously, on Litecoin. We are way down here. We aren't even close. We're still around the 0.5 retracement level. But as we make those waves up, we're going to be looking to long-term to the 1618, just like many other coins will do, as long as Bitcoin and Ethereum keep making their gains and the rest of the market comes along for the ride and we enter this full bull run through Q4. And that is what we are looking to see. Okay, there we go. We adjusted the fib to be even tighter on these wicks here. So the price we are looking at, the 1618, there it is, roughly $1,000 Litecoin later in this bull run. When we get the sparks flying in October, November, December, and if the bull run runs into next year or we have an extended super cycle or bull run, then the 1618 sounds like a super high price. That's only a 5x from here. That 1,000 will be easy for Litecoin if we have that super cycle or that bull run continues into the year 2022, depending on how many sparks fly in this bull run. That is the price prediction on the 1618. Again, though, as we make the runs up, we have to find support on these different levels. We are going to hit resistance, but the next goal is to break that all-time high. You know, if we start getting these EMAs to go very vertical and we start getting some bigger green candles and it heats up in this bull run, as long as we keep coming back and finding support on those EMAs, we don't get overextended, overstretched from those EMAs, then we can stay healthy and Litecoin will make some major runs up. So I'm going to keep doing videos on Litecoin. Like and subscribe below. Click that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and also comment below where you're from. If you're watching somewhere other than the United States, if you're somewhere around the world, comment below where you're from. And that's going to be it for this video today. Subscribe down here in the corner on the watermark on my logo. Just click that logo and then subscribe that way. And that is going to be it for Litecoin today. Let's just watch Litecoin and hope it stays pretty healthy. We will see you in the next video.